Sorry, I'm late. It took some convincing for the master and mistress to believe that Miss Dunyarzad was only... Anyway, I guess I should be thanking you. I haven't seen Miss Dunyarzad that happy in a long time.
You sure sound a whole lot nicer than when we first met, Dia. Who would have thought you had such a soft spot for Dunyarzad?
It's called being a professional. I'm a bodyguard, and I work for whoever's paying.
Look, Dia's blushing.
Listen, you two. I don't expect to be working for Miss Dunyarzad very long, but I hope to finish things on a positive note if possible. Let's cut the chit-chat and head into the Citadel. We'll see if the person I know... Oh, hey, Chief.
Ha, Dia! What are you doing here?
I take it you all know each other already?
Mm-hmm. We met this morning after the Adventurers Guild pointed us to...
No kidding. Huh. So, where's Ruksha?
Ruksha's gone over to the Academia. The Grand Sage recently ordered Sumeru City to begin bolstering... Since you've already mentioned the theft, I suppose I might as well tell him what we know.
Appreciate it, Chief.
Theft? Sorry, what the heck are you guys talking about?
Just recently, the Academia lost something, and there's a chance the item is connected with the Dendro Arc.
I suppose that's one way to look at it. But if you ask me, let me fill you in. The Academia recently sent a convoy to pick up an important package from Aru village. The Grand Sage took the whole matter very seriously. Not only did he dispatch the Matra, but also enlisted our...
You two have heard of Port Ormos, haven't you? It's the largest commercial port in all of Sumeru. You can travel there by leaving Sumeru City and heading south along the river. The Academia's grip isn't long enough to reach all the way to Port Ormos, so the city's a little more laid back, meaning the population's also a mixed bag. You never know who you'll meet there.
Apparently what was lost has a great deal to do with the Akasha, knowledge, and even the gods. I'm afraid I don't have any other details for you, though. If you're interested, maybe you could head to Port Ormos and ask around yourselves. If you want...
Are you serious, Chief? All the Academia students are in Sumeru City, you know. Why should they pretend to be students in Port Ormos?
If you're also interested, just go there and see what...
Count me out. I've got plenty of work to do here for the Homayani family. And take it from me, if you two really do decide to visit Port Ormos, you'd best watch your backs. Let's just say that the Eremites there aren't nearly as friendly as those here in Sumeru City. There are even some extremists who go around shouting slogans like, "Retake Sumeru!"
You bet they are. The Scarlet King's been dead for thousands of years. Now they start spreading rumors of his return. Ridiculous.
Not everyone's like you, Chief. Even the desert natives who abandon their homes in the wilderness still wish to have a god of their own. Well, Traveler, that's about all the information we have for you.
Thanks, Dia! And you too, Osfond! Since we've gathered all we could for the moment in Sumeru City, let's head to Port Ormos and see what we can find next!
Miss Dunyarzad is looking forward to seeing you both at the Subzerus Festival, so be sure... Good! Then we'll see you both at the Subzerus Festival.
Come and have a good look yourself. Traditional spices of...
You've got...
Believe me, I'm not making this up. Several Eremite mercenary groups are nearly in open conflict, but does the core of 30 care?
Wow! Talk about hurly-burly! This place is busy! Well, guess that's only to be expected for the largest port... We know that whatever the Osmond told us to try posing as academia students while asking if Paimon doesn't get it. Won't we look even... Well, given all the people...
Welcome. Welcome. How can I help you too?
Hi there. We would like to ask you a question. Do students from the academia ever come to port...
Of course. Especially around this time of year. Students from Sumeru City that are about to graduate often come to Port Ormos to cut loose a little. Many people often talk about how hard it is to get accepted into the academia, let alone graduate. But sure, we may not be Sumeru City, but Port Ormos offers beautiful scenery and a stress-free environment. Some even say it's good luck to come to Port Ormos, so students and researchers come flocking here when things get to be too much at the academia. Ah, you see over there? Those are students from the academia. They've been looking worried and miserable ever since they got here a few days ago. If you ask me, the life of a merchant is better. So long.
Those students seem to be discussing something. Let's see if we can listen in.
It's no good. I've tried asking around, but I haven't been able to learn anything useful. Not to mention that a bunch of scary-looking Eremite mercenaries have been posted along the streets.
There's been a lot of fighting between the different Eremite factions in Port Ormos. If we choose to move on our own, then it would be wise to steer clear of them. Especially the group that's constantly shouting some stuff about the Scarlet King and some resurrection. I've even heard that the Citadel of Regzar is starting to get fed up with them. What was that group called again?
They're called Ain el Ahmar. Today, I heard that the thing we're after might be in their possession at the moment.
Wait, come again?
Don't you see? Many of the Eremites in Port Ormos deal with trading this. They're usually pretty wary of outsiders, but not so with students of the academia. It's because I've heard that Ain el Ahmar likes to set up shop at the Jafar Tavern.
Wait, did you say 500,000? If information alone costs that much, then how could we ever afford to buy what we're looking for?
I wouldn't worry too much. Our field...
I guess that makes sense.
Whoa! Did you hear that? A niche field of research? And so, what's our plan? Wait! Didn't you hear what they just said? Buying information... Oh! Alright. Paimon never thought she'd agree to parting with that kind of Mora. But if you know what you're... place we heard those students talking about. Let's find a seat somewhere and see...
Oh, you've arrived. Please, take a seat.
So, they think that they can go toe-to-toe with the boss? Ha! Once we reclaim the power of the Scarlet King, they'll...
They're nothing to be afraid of. Our main rival now is the Caracal Battalion. They've also amassed a significant amount of more this time.
How can the Caracal Battalion compete with the boss when they're nothing but a bunch of money-grubbing opportunists out...
Yeah, with boss's fervent devotion.
Huh. All these guys talk about is the Scarlet King.
Greater Lord Ruka Devata. That traitor and her followers must not be spared. The day will come when the Scarlet King exacts vengeance on Sumeru, and all of them shall be punished.
Yeah, Paimon was wondering what they meant too. We should ask about that if we get the chance later.
Huh? Who are you? What do you want? A traveler?
Now's probably not the time to talk about that. Didn't the student say Eremites are wary of outsiders?
A student? Huh. What's a student from Sumeru City doing in Port Ormos? Ah, well, if it's info you want, you've come to the right place. The question is, can you afford it? Huh? What is...
Oh! Sorry! She must have grabbed the wrong amount! Hey, what do you think you're doing? Oh, Paimon can't stand to see so much more ago!
Here, this is the merchant's address. Whatever you're looking for, you'll find it there. Hmm? Well, what are you waiting for?
Oh, that's right! We heard you mention the Scarlet King just now. We're actually interested to know more because...
Fine. Since you've already handed over the Mora, I guess I can throw in a little extra info. As you can see, members of Ain al-Ahmar are devout believers of the Scarlet King. Years ago, the Scarlet King founded the great desert nation that was our homeland. It was an advanced civilization. Far beyond, the Scarlet King was the rightful god of wisdom. But he was betrayed by a companion he trusted. She even...
So, you mean the traitor was...
Greater Lord Ruka Devata, yes. That shameless wretch destroyed the Scarlet King's civilization, and our ancestors were forced to flee to this land. Furthermore, she conspired with the Academia to cover up the truth of her actions, and create the merciful and benevolent facade for which she is now known. Ugh, just thinking about it sickens me. But the story doesn't end there, oh no. The Scarlet King isn't truly dead. Mark my words, our god shall return. And when that day comes, all fall. If what I'm saying makes you shiver with fear, it might not be too late for you to become a believer of the Scarlet King. I don't have anything to say to you Academia people about that. I think this conversation has reached its end.
Not just yet. This man is a fraud.
Huh?
You again? Deranged Academia lunatic?
Yes, it's me again. I already warned you that if you weren't willing to sit and listen to me, that address he gave you is fake. Or at least, you won't find a merchant waiting for you there. This group has been boasting all around that they can provide information on us. Once you show up, they keep up the act until they have hard evidence that you want to purchase said item. Then they use that to squeeze—
Hey! Shut it, Al-Haytham! What are you playing at, trying to ruin our business?
I told you the other day. I wish to discuss my—
Ha! The boss made it perfect—
Yes, and in no uncertain terms. But that was then.
I'm warning you. Don't push us, or this could get ugly. We don't usually get rough with people from the Academia because it just complicates things.
If you're suggesting that we escalate this from a verbal exchange to a physical one, I accept. After all, even the Archons used war to negotiate the ownership of Teyvat. If, on the other hand, we can't agree on any means of negotiation at all, then I'm afraid my next course of action will sting a little more than I will jeopardize the Eremite's reputation, which I know you value above all else. I am quite confident that if I began to take such action, your boss would willingly approach me himself. However, I fear that by then, some things will have happened that cannot be undone. Also, a word of advice. I suggest you tell your boss exactly what happened here today.
What did you say?
Consider this. Have I ever failed to follow through on my word in the past?
This guy is really out of his mind.
Okay then. If you really have a death wish, let's meet a week from today. The pier in front of the Pharos Lighthouse, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, sharp. Don't expect us to hold back.
Not so fast. First, you return the 500,000 more to them.
Please, I beg you, don't provoke them. We can't afford any trouble with this crowd. They haven't even paid for their food yet.
Ah, Mr. Iman. There appears to be fewer staff in the restaurant recently. Someone who chooses to do business with a group like that really can't afford to get so flustered the instant someone confronts them about it. Consider the meal compensation for our silence. I'd say you're getting an excellent deal.
Whoa, did you see that? He not only got us our Mora back, but plus, he seems to know a lot. He went that way! After him!
Should I adjust the shipping schedule?
Wait up! It's Al-Haytham, right?
What do you want? No need for thanks. My goal was to get to them, and you two gave me just the opportunity I needed. Oh, I advise you to keep your distance from them, since they weren't able to make off with your Mora in the end. All right. Goodbye.
Hold your horses! We still have something to ask. Since you tore through their scam right in front of them...
Who exactly are you two? And what a student? Right. Look, you should know that those thugs conducting business with you had nothing to do with your lie.
Huh? Oh, yeah! She's really strong! Weren't you saying something about a physical exchange?
She doesn't even have a vision. Forget it.
Maybe not, but she can still use elemental energy. Otherwise, there's no way we'd go asking for info from from guys like that. Those high-headed thugs are definitely gonna bring a lot of backup for your next meeting, even if you don't go alone.
All right, I accept. Got a pen and paper? We'll reconvene at the appointed time by the pier. It doesn't matter.
So, since you were happy to give us this merchant's information, does that mean you can tell us exactly...
You were willing to part with 500,000 Mora for something and you... Okay. Well, if you truly are as skilled as you claim, then you can be... Look, if you've been making inquiries, then you have to know something by now.
We know it's connected to the Academia somehow, and that not only do the Eremites deal in it, but...
You know almost everything there is to know, but this is what you've been looking for.
Huh? Paimon can't tell it...
This is a knowledge capsule. To put it simply, it's a vessel that can... Anyone who links it to their personal Akasha terminal instantly becomes privy to its contents. Correct. Anyone. Unlike the...
That's amazing!
It's essentially a convenient and harmless vestibule for... They were created as a means for... But despite over the past century, a wide variety of canned knowledge has been leaked from the Academia. Meanwhile, well, I think that about sums it up. Ah, so that's your true objective. With our current arrangement, I don't believe I can offer an answer. You're still resolved. Let's continue our conversation here. If you wish to learn more about the knowledge capsule that the Academia lost, then you must help me with some. I need you to find someone named Dory, a traveling merchant. Unlike the peddlers who hawk inferior knowledge capsules, she often has quality goods and stuff. She's guarded against people. I think she blacklisted. Become one of Dory's...
Why do you want us to meet with her?
Until you complete this task, you don't have questions. You two are outlanders who haven't been here for long, so Dory should view you as... Beyond the password, though, I have no way of...
This is kinda nerve-wracking.
The true challenge begins after you meet her. She has a keen nose for Mora and a shrewd eye for wares, and she only likes customers who she deems to have good... I'll prepare some funds for you. Buy her highest quality wares and earn her approval.
But we only just saw a knowledge capsule.
That's true. Have you two heard of elemental sight? Oh, well, that's a surprise. Guess I'll have to hold you in higher regard. Here are 2 knowledge capsules. Tell me, can you detect any difference in their quality?
They look the same to Paimon.
Try inspecting them with elemental sight.
How'd it go? Did you see anything?
Rumor has it that higher quality knowledge capsules generally appear brighter when viewed through elemental sight. That's because knowledge originates from Irminsul, the root of Dendro power itself. The more powerful the knowledge, the richer it is in Dendro energy. However, some canned knowledge with a high concentration of elemental energy is of little use, and using elemental sight is merely a stopgap measure, but it should suffice for earning Dory's trust.
That sounds pretty impressive.
Here's a sheet with the informant's location and contact password, and here is the Mora for purchasing Don't Be Cheap. You'll need to spend to catch Dory's eye. Oh, and be sure to exercise some caution. There have been Matra present.
Matra?
They belong to the Academia's regulatory body. They also handle cases of illegal canned knowledge transactions. The Matra are razor sharp. You're in for nothing good if they lock their sights onto you. If you okay, then we have a
Looking at what Al-Haytham wrote, Dory's informant is a traitor near Old Ormos. Let's follow these instructions and try to get in contact with him.
Hello. What are you two looking to buy?
Wait, are you sure you're remembering that right? Paimon doesn't think it was that on the...
What a unique palette.
Following the paper...
Ronak, these two want to buy...
Got it. You too. Please follow me. You two have a fascinating fashion sense. We haven't seen a customer wearing a Sumeru rose for quite some time.
Hold on. Let me think. Sumeru rose means common merch. No, look again. We're obviously wearing morning flowers.
Ah, my mistake. I do apologize.
Whew. That pop quiz sure was scary.
Ah, the warehouse is up ahead. Please follow me.
Port Ormos is pretty great. There's so many new and interesting things. Sumeru's largest commercial port sure lives...
All thanks to your...
But, well...
Oh...
Whoa. Yeah. Compared to everyone else, they seem really down in the dumps. Let's go find out what's going on. Hey there! Paimon's name is Paimon, and...
Oh, I noticed you two a moment ago. Welcome to a... what's bothering us is...
Prototype Aranara?
Oh, no.
Not the first.
So, what exactly...
So for context, for the store's 20th anniversary, this is a prototype we made to get it when we put it out there.
They thought it looked like a mushroom, too.
No, worse than that, actually. I can't quite describe it, though.
This is not an Aran... I've read Uncle Tanja's Aranara and the ill little fungus.
Uncle Tonder said in Aranara's... This carving makes me feel lost and confused inside. Ooh, didn't put his heart into it.
Kassid and Ollie, it doesn't look too happy. So it's...
Oh, a person!
Yeah, so I would totally ask...
Oh, well, that took a sudden turn for the worse. We asked the children for their opinions.
Oh, how did it go? Has it maybe, grown on... Oh, this is such a shame. Why?
Oh, the kids kept mentioning an Uncle Tanger
Uncle Tanger is a famous children's author here in Port Ormos. He wrote quite a few stories in the past, but around a year or so.
That's right. My little... We asked Tanja for guidance, but right after he agreed, we were running out of time, so we... As you can see...
Oh, we have to... Hey! He does... please.
They seem pretty desperate. Yep. Look.
Before I retrieve your products, I need to confirm a few things. Please forgive me, but we may not have sufficient stock for you today. Earlier, many of our hara fruits were taken by mice.
Hold on. That's not right. Taken by mice. He's cautious of us. Let's take a closer look at...
Before I please forgive me, but we may not have sufficient stock for you today. Earlier, many of our hara fruits were taken by mice. Thanks. If better goods come in, you'll be the first to know. You look like you have some skill. Why don't I pick out some fruits that'll make you dizzy?
No, that's not it. The paper said that heat stroke is the answer to erudition. He's cautious of us. Let's take a closer look.
Before I retrieve your products, I need to confirm a few things. Please forgive me, but we may not have sufficient stock for you today. Earlier, many of our hara fruits were taken by mice. You look like you have some skill. Why don't I pick out some fruits that'll make you dizzy?
Yep, that's the right answer. But eating hara fruit that makes it...
Would you like your hara fruits to be packaged in the Sumeru City or Port Ormos style? Wow, you two sure are generous customers. We'll be sure to package your products beautifully. Okay. Everything has been confirmed. Miss Dory is waiting for you up at... Shoot! It's the Matra! Run!
What? The Matra? Where? Al-Haytham said we're done for if they catch us. We gotta get out of here. We don't know this area, so let's follow that informant. He ran that way! Look, he's over there! Hey! If you're hiding from the Rishbaland tiger, come this way! Another password! Huh? Oh, that voice came from behind the building on the right!
Here, over here. You can stop running now.
So you were the one who was calling out to us just now. But, are we definitely gonna be safe?
These two good customers wish to buy some hara fruit, Miss Dory. And if there's nothing else, I'll just excuse myself.
Oh, very good. Thank you.
Huh? Wait, you're Dory? sure thought you'd look a whole lot scarier.
Hey, what are you trying to say, Princess Pea-Brain? I can be scary enough when I need to be, believe you me. If you don't watch what you... But it seems you two have actually done pretty well so far. Not only did you manage to find the informant, your reactions were also pretty sharp. You don't really look like criminals or anything, but I bet my Mora that you've been involved in some shady...
Paimon's not sure if that's supposed to be a compliment, but...
I can't risk doing business with people who start huffing and puffing after just a few paces. So that's why it's your first time here, but don't worry, I won't ask too many questions. Even if you... As long as you have lots of round, shiny Mora, then we're all good. Ah, yes, of course.
Wow, she has a trove of canned knowledge. Whew. She'd probably be in...
What kind of products do you seek, my dear customers? Take this one, for example. An analysis of the sociological ideology.
Yeesh, who would want to be an expert in that topic?
Or how about the architectural styles and construction methods of Teyvat in the... With this one, you can become an expert in historic architecture preservation and find an excellent, well-paying job in nearly any nation.
Ooh, now this sounds like it could be...
2 million Mora, and it's yours. Whoa! Of course, you are free to pick whatever your heart's desire.
Alright, let's try the method that Alhaitham mentioned.
You've really got a good head on your shoulders.
We'll take these, please and thank you.
My oh my, you are blessed with a taste for both the exquisite and the extravagant. Customers like you, listen, I have a special offer for you two. If you spend just 100,000 more on...
Say what now? Hey, did you hear that? Spend another 100K and we get a capsule worth a whole million! But all the canned knowledge we just bought is easily worth half of... Think about it. We've gone to all this trouble to get this canned knowledge. And so, aren't you even the least bit curious about how this whole canned knowledge thing works? We're talking instant knowledge here. Don't you want to try it yourself? Come on, come on! We still have around 100,000 of Alhaitham's Mora left, so let's put it to good use by finding something useful for you.
Excellent! Then please, select from this...
Hold on a second. Paimon thought we could choose whatever we wanted. What?
Oh, but my dear customer, the knowledge capsules over here are worth 1 million Mora each. I'm sure discerning customers like yourselves will be...
Oh, Paimon has a bad feeling about this. Let's use Elemental Sight again to check these. So, what did you see? So, they're all worth about the same amount? Well, anyway, the Mora's already been spent, so let's at least try to find something useful. Let Paimon take a look here. An introduction to traditional Sumeru brewing techniques, the art of growing spice. Not sure we'd ever find volumes 1 through 7, but at least this knowledge should be useful, right? Dory, we'll take this one.
All right, very good. I'm expecting some new goods in the next couple days, so be...
As soon as the Dory went smoothly enough, let's head to Wakala Funduk and meet up with Alhaitham. Hopefully now he'll finally tell us about what the Academia lost.
You two made it. And from the looks on your...
Whoa, there's so many people from the academia here. Why would you pick this place as our meetup spot?
Well, Wikelafunduk is under the academia's control, so naturally the academia has people working here.
You're a pretty daring guy.
Relax. No one here is interested in anything we say, and the Matcher won't come here.
Okay, we did what you asked. So, can you tell us about the
Before that, I have to ask. Why are you two so intent on tracking it down? You don't have to answer, of course.
Yeah, she just wants to meet the God of Wisdom and ask her about something important. When we heard that the academia had lost something that might be related to the gods, we came here in case it turned out to be...
In that case, you're on the right track. A short while ago, the academia lost a knowledge capsule in the desert. It's supposedly a divine knowledge capsule. Use it, and you'll gain the wisdom of the gods.
Wow, there's really such a thing as that? Hey, if we find it, do you think we could learn how to meet the Dendro Archon? Ooh, or even how to find your brother?
I highly doubt it has any mystical properties, but it does indeed exist. And it's right here, in Port Ormos.
So, where exactly?
That's what we need to find out next. I won't deny that. I am investigating because I'm curious as to what the divine knowledge capsule truly is. As you know, the Eremites in Port Ormos also have their eyes on it. It is an extremely precious item. The knowledge contained within may bring great power or wealth to whoever has it in their possession. Several brigades have been vying for ownership of it as of late, but there is still no victor. My personal finances and connections cannot compete with those of the Eremites. After attempting various methods, I finally managed to reach a tentative agreement with several brigades. I agreed to forego ownership of the divine knowledge capsule in exchange for the opportunity to study it. After all, there's no harm in understanding what it is. However, there are those who are less amenable to negotiation, such as those from Ain al-Ahmar. They adamantly believe that the divine knowledge capsule contains the Scarlet King's power, and that he will return to this world when they obtain it. They refuse to let anyone from the academia tarnish their deity's soul.
So you kept hounding them because they refused to cooperate with you?
Yes. Ain al-Ahmar isn't exactly wealthy, but its members are determined to get that capsule by any means necessary. To that end, they've resorted to many methods more foul than fair in order to amass sufficient funds. So, I've been sabotaging their business to force them into negotiating with me. The divine knowledge capsule should be up for a secret auction within the next few days. Each brigade will place their own bid, and the prize will be covertly given to the winner. To ensure the capsule's security and to evade the Matra's notice, the winning brigade will not publicly disclose their victory. Unless I know whose hands the divine knowledge capsule ends up in, my agreements with them will fall through. Dory is the most reliable source of information, but that avenue was previously closed to me. With you on board now, the situation is different.
In other words, you wanted us to befriend Dory so you could find out where the divine knowledge capsule is.
Yes, you can say that. But this arrangement harms none of us. The day after tomorrow, go back to Dory and try to purchase information on the divine knowledge capsule's whereabouts. If she has no information, wait 2 days and approach her again. If I get the opportunity to study the divine knowledge capsule, I will relay my findings to you. Will that suffice as compensation? Okay, then we'll meet.
I'll hasten.
You two want doing so right under the academia's nose is a bit problematic, though. Alright, this place works. Show me the capsule you purchased.
Here.
Sword Fighting Techniques 8. Huh. A combat class knowledge capsule. This class is something of a rare find these days, since—
Really? Ah, yeah, what a great buy!
If you want to determine the efficacy of this capsule, I can evaluate your combat ability. However, if we can conduct a controlled experiment where you fight 2 battles, one before using this knowledge capsule and one after. While you fight, we can use an Akasha terminal to monitor your various physical— There may be variances in your physical strength between the 2 tests, as well as a disparity in your opponent's ability.
Wow! Hey, you must have been one of— Paimon's curious about something, though. You definitely weren't one of those students who needed canned knowledge to graduate from the academia, right?
When you are unable to understand a researcher's actions, most cases—
sounds like—
All right, let's begin the test. Just fight as you normally do.
Stabilize!
Born of ice and frost. Next on the agenda, we're way behind schedule.
All right. I'll link your— The next step, hold it in your hand. I'll help you—
Hey, how are you feeling? You mean that it worked?
All right. Time for round 2. Now, I'll start recording data again.
Oh, hey, how's it going?
Well, the knowledge capsule you purchased did improve her combat capability. During the second fight, her overall fighting performance increased by 0.073%.
Wait, how much? Dory's such a jerk! She totally scammed us!
Of course, this could be because she is so powerful that the capsule's contents were unable to produce a substantial increase. At the very least, this test allowed me to gain more insight into you two. Our deal seems I'm heading back to Akela Funduk. I await your response in 2 days' time. This is Mora for when you ask Dory for information. Pay her as much as she requests.
Let's see Dory today and ask her about where the...
You name it. And knowledge, supplies, or anything else you need.
Can you really get us a...
Aha! So it appears that canned knowledge alone is no longer sufficient for your opulent appetite. Then please, oblige me. Tell me... Oh! But you know, after all, I had to work really hard to weasel my way into the auctions.
But how can we be sure your information...
Because to me, as for the information's authenticity, well, you've no need to worry about that. I used a camera to take a picture of the transaction. It's always a pleasure doing business with such sterling patrons. Now that you've paid in full, here's the scoop. The divine
Ain El Ahmar.
Ah, so you're already familiar. The group has done everything in their power. That divine knowledge capsule is unlike any other canned knowledge I've seen. The capsule is clearly visible in the picture.
Thanks for the info, Dory.
Please, it's my pleasure. It's all thanks to
Well, we figured out where the divine knowledge capsule is. It turns out it ended up in the hands of Ain El Ahmar. Let's head back and talk to Al Haytham. Al Haytham, we got the info you wanted.
Really? All right. Let's hear it.
Dory even gave us evidence to...
Huh, look at that. Clear as day. It must have taken some guts just to infiltrate the scene of the Eremites transaction. All right. The person in this picture, in which case, if we...
At first, Paimon didn't get why you were provoking these Ain El Ahmar guys. After we defeat them, we can finally have a serious talk with their butt.
Thank you for your time and efforts. Take a few days off while I make some preparations. Let's meet up again. See you then.
Al Haytham sure is taking his time. Where could he be? Oh, there he is.
Sorry to keep you waiting. Let's head to the pier in front of Faros.
Yep, let's...
Al Haytham. I knew you were crazy, but
It was I who demanded that these negotiations take place. This is turning into quite an...
Back up! Aren't you the brat from the restaurant the other day? I'm not going to mince my words. Once we're done with you, you'll be nothing more than fish food. Get 'em, boys!
Uh-oh, here they come!
Blaze over. Access denied.
I'll be back.
Following orders.
I'll take my leave. You...
Academia scum! Boss! Finally! Did you use it? Great! Now we can... Boss? Boss! What's wrong?
What happened to him?
Do not impede our work. Is that understood, All-Hathan?
Of course. I was only trying to help.
Take him away!
It looks like he used the Divine Knowledge Capsule.
You mean the Divine Knowledge Capsule did that to him? Oh, yeah. You mean how some researchers go insane?
I've heard of numerous incidents of researchers in Satyavada life going insane. This Divine Knowledge Capsule does appear to be linked to the gods, but beyond that, it doesn't seem anything like the rumors suggest. Did you hear what he said? World, forget me. What could that possibly mean?
If the mantra took him away, then that means the Academia got the Divine Knowledge Capsule back too. Still, Paimon didn't expect the Divine Knowledge—
As things stand, there is no reason for me to remain in Port Ormos. I believe our collaboration has also reached its end.
Oh, we were so busy trying to find the Divine Knowledge Capsule that Paimon forgot to ask you something. Since you're a member of the—
Truthfully, I don't. Lesser Lord Kusanali appears to exist outside of Sumeru's entire administration. Moreover, since the Academia possesses the Akasha, a symbol of our deity's wisdom,
everything about Lesser Lord—
I'm heading back to the Academia. How about—
It's almost the day of the Sub-Zero's festival. Maybe we should head back too. We've been rushed off our feet over the past few days, so maybe a little rest and relaxation will do us good. Then we'll part ways here, Al-Haytham, until we meet again.
Now, do I deal with this thing first? Or should I produce the report that the higher-ups require?
We didn't miss the Sub-Zero's festival, right? Let's hurry and find Dunyarzad. Paimon thinks she must be around the Grand Bazaar, since she showed us around there last—
We're way behind schedule.
There she is! Dunyarzad, we're back!
Just as promised. Traveler and Paimon. I'm so glad that you two came back to celebrate Lesser— Indeed. The festival's tomorrow.
There's no need to be nervous. Paimon's sure that
Thanks, Paimon. I hope that everyone who comes to the— Speaking of which, did you manage to make your way to Port Ormos? Discover anything?
Of course we went. A lot of things happened there.
I see. Sounds like you two had it. If there is another chance, I would love—
My lady, if you went to Port Ormos in your current state, we'd both be in for a lifetime of trouble.
Dia! You were eavesdropping!
It's called covert protection. Keeping an ear out for what's going on around my employer.
It's alright, Dia. I merely said I would. The festival's tomorrow. I've been doing nothing but causing trouble.
Even when you put it that way, it's—
Don't worry, my guardian knight.
Okay, fine, but only tonight. Tomorrow's a big day, and many no-good scumbags are gonna—
Oh, you two must be exhausted from your long journey back to the city. I've already prepared a room for you to rest.
Whoa, you're so thoughtful.
on the agenda?
Teamwork history!
Here we are. It's also...
It looks really nice! That's Paimon's specialty!
Oh, if you don't mind, how about we all walk around? All of my friends will be working the festival. And Dia's...
Yeah. It'll be pretty hard to relax and enjoy the festival if Dia's con-
Then let's meet at the nearby bazaar first thing...
It's a deal! Good night!
I may be too excited to fall asleep tonight.
Paimon started to really look forward to the Sub-Zero festival too! Oh, no. Thinking about food is just gonna keep Paimon up Did we oversleep? We should go meet Dunyarzad right away!
Traveler, Paimon.
Good morning, Dunyarzad. We must have...
Not at all. I arrived early. Today is finally here. I must...
You've worked so hard for this day. You got it.
You know it. Oh, it's just that, well, shall we? Many vendors came out of the blue to support the event, and they insisted on covering costs themselves. Let's go give them some business.
They paid for everything out of pocket? Oh, sounds like they're not in this just for the Mora.
They all said that contributing to a lively festival atmosphere is more important than money. Especially since we don't often get to celebrate Lesser Lord Kusanali's birthday.
Ooh, they're selling food over that way! Let's go take a look!
This is a stall offering foods from the Haftmewa feast.
Oh, you could tell straight away. I thought most people...
Mushrooms, flowers, and all kind of fruit? So, what's the
It's another Sub-Zero's festival tradition. Generally speaking, the most common selections are foods like Rukashifa mushrooms, lunar lotus...
So, the Sub-Zero festival is a vegetarian holiday?
You don't have to be a vegetarian to enjoy the spread. We just use the 7 foods to symbolize the 7 virtues of the Dendro Archon.
Wait! But if that's the case, if Sumeru uses vegetarian food to represent the Dendro Archon, then wouldn't the Pyro Archon... Oh, Traveler, we have to go to Natlan as...
I hope your wish...
Thanks! Alright, how about we also check out some of these other stalls?
Dear customers, would you like to try your hand at alchemical divination?
What's alchemical divination? Those two things sound...
Right? I thought the same when I first heard about it. It is said to be a mysterious craft in...
So, how does it work?
It's quite simple. After you give me any 2 alchemical reagents...
Sure sounds random.
That is precisely what we need. After the transmutation fails, your one and only...
Well, according to Lesser Lord Kusanali, everything is interconnected. And all that occurs can be traced...
Why does everything sound so much more credible when Dunyarzad says...
So that's the true wisdom behind it. This young lady sure knows her stuff. Okay, one moment.
Paimon wants to take a look too! Is it?
Generally speaking, the moon signifies... It means... Wait a moment.
Is he really looking it up in a...
Oh, I remember now. It means illusions and lies.
Illusions and lies? That sounds rather ominous.
Yes, but this book says that if you trust your intuition and overcome your fears, the sun will surely rise.
He's not even trying to hide his book anymore.
Naturally, fate will only ever show you the beginning of a journey. It is up to you to forge your own ending.
Oh, it's nothing. I'm just learning.
Guess that was still pretty interesting. Okay, on to the next.
They say the Sub-Zerus festival was very lively a long time ago. Large flower carriages used to parade through the city. As they headed towards Port Ormos, people would throw flowers, candy, and liquor all along the way.
Dunyarzad's eyes are sparkling right now.
I wish I could have seen that spectacle. But if you ask me, I'm sure Nilou's dance of Sub-Zerus would be just as impressive.
Attention! Soldiers, fall into formation if you want any Yalda candies.
It's a weird guy with a weird hat.
Hey! It's Dunyarzad!
Miss Dunyarzad, the children love you. In the few short days it took to prepare for the Sub-Zerus festival, the children have all grown very...
The hallowed Night of Flowers, it's...
Attention! In the name of Ferris, the Knight of... All right, little soldiers, take your Yalda candies and don't forget your loyalty to Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Yes, Knight Ferris!
Just what is going on here?
Ferris, the Night of Flowers, is another Sub-Zerus festival icon, and one immensely popular with children.
It's all thanks to Miss Dunyarzad's sponsorship that the children can make such wonderful...
As are we to you, Vihar.
Oh, not at all. Oh, speaking of tradition, do you want some Yalda candies? They're a festival staple, and I happen to have some boxes readied here.
Whichever one.
That is the fun part. Each box contains a random flavor. It's up to the luck of the draw. Flavors include lavender melon, hara fruit.
Ooh, those all sound pretty.
And there's also lizard tail and...
Huh? What's up?
Onikabuto is a little spicier than lizard tail.
Dunyarzad, you tried them before? Traveler, help Paimon. It's all right. Paimon believes.
I also believe in your intuition.
Great. These boxes of candy are numbered 1 to 5 from left to right. Which one do you want? Attention! That's unfortunately...
Oh, Paimon thought you survived so many epic battles because you had incredible luck. But looks like Paimon...
The Sunsetia-flavored candy was in box number 4. How about this? The most important thing is that...
Really? Thanks a lot, Knight of...
It's Night of Flowers.
Paimon really...
They all basically sound the same.
Oh, actually, I just remembered that I left some. Can you come with me to get it?
Dunyarzad, you probably...
We're too late.
I know, right?
Oh, that most certainly is. We're in luck. She's walking right into our clutches.
Those Eremites don't...
Who are you? I don't believe the Homayanis hired you.
That's right. We haven't received any of their Mora, but...
They're a gang of kidnappers! Traveler, hurry and protect Dunyarzad!
Hey, did you scumbags even consider that the Homayanis might have hired a merc that outclasses you?
You're... Dia! Dia the Flame Mane! No wonder we mercs haven't heard anything about...
Don't speak so disrespectfully. My family started working with her as...
Don't worry about it, my lady. Just some friendly banter between mercs. One punch and those rabid dogs...
Aren't your claws all dull by now?
Traveler, take Miss Dunyarzad to a...
No! We're gonna stay and help! There's too many of them! You're right.
Please be careful, Dia.
Don't waste your time worrying about me. This is my...
I'm fine. My body always reacts.
You sure you're okay?
I'll be fine after some rest. I'm more worried about Dia. After all...
Yeah, don't worry.
My lady, traveler, found ya.
Dia!
Any more of them? Or rather, did anyone find...
Dia, your arm!
Oh, this? I'm fine.
Please, let me take a closer look.
Come on, it's nothing. Us mercs aren't as fragile as you think.
Hold on, you said something about a new grade...
About that. Well, I sold it, because I was low on Mora. Stuff like this happens every now...
It can't be. The anonymous donation that was used for the vent...
Hey, Miss Dunyarzad, I wasn't trying to make you cry, and I'm not gonna lose...
Okay, making your employer cry won't affect your commission, but...
You're so...
Thank you very much, Dia.
Don't be like that. I get embarrassed really...
Are you feeling unwell again?
My lady, your condition... Traveler.
Truly. I'm sorry for the...
Are you feeling better, Dunyarzad?
Yes, much better. Just give me a few moments, and I didn't realize you were concerned about it. I guess I shouldn't continue to keep it a secret. I was actually born with Elazar.
Can't believe it's Elazar!
Oh, you've already heard of Elazar. In that case, you probably know about its severity. Sumeru's current medical advancements still haven't been able to find a cure.
Dunyarzad.
There's no need to be sad. I've always lived with Elazar, and I came to terms with compared to the simple fact that I'm afflicted with this. Its effects on my life have been... I know that my family loves me dearly. Did you know? Before I ran away from home this time. The world outside of my home didn't need... Since I was a child, all I could do was sit on my bed and stare at everything. I'm sure my family's worried and disappointed in me for running away, but I just didn't want to have any regrets. I wanted to meet other people. To me, there's nothing more beautiful than being able to meet, and not to mention the incredible time spent this way. When my final day does arrive, it will be like, at the very least, many people will remember that I once existed in this world, right?
As long as you don't forget Paimon. Paimon also won't forget about you.
Thank you too, so much. To be honest, Lesser Lord Kusanali gave me the courage to do all of this. If it weren't for her encouragement, I wouldn't have taken that first step. Thanks. There will always be frustration. Oh, right. Isn't it almost time?
Huh? Almost?
Isn't the dance of Sub-Zeros about to begin? It's the part of the... Nilu will recreate that legendary scene with her most splendid dancing. And with that, my wit...
Then what are we waiting for? Let's go to the stage!
Yeah.
Were you not aware that the law—
Over there! Someone's—
I think I just saw the Academia's Grand Sage.
But the Dance of Sub-Zeros is one of the key parts of the Sub-Zeros Festival.
The Sub-Zeros Festival. The law also prohibits the private hosting of large-scale religious— If you continue to resist, we will have to order an investigation into every single event organized. The Grand Sage has already granted you much leniency.
How did things turn out like this?
The Academia was originally responsible for the Sub-Zeros Festival, but they failed this responsibility for many years. This is a hard pill to swallow, but You're right.
Art, dance. Aren't you ashamed of pursuing such frivolous and meaningless activities in this land of knowledge and reason? Our Archon created the utopia that is Sumeru City for all scholars who sought validity, verity, and truth, while people like you wish to defile it.
No. I believe that our Archon never rejected the arts. Even the goddess of flowers dedicated a dance to her.
With your lack of intellectual credentials, I do not believe you are qualified to debate with me. What you should be doing is finding workers to tear down this ridiculous eyesore. When we return, have the scribe draft an ordinance before the next Nyagarbaha Day that prohibits public art performances. We will announce it.
Understood. I will inform him when I return.
The Sub-Zeru's Festival. Go celebrate the birth of that god to your heart's content.
Nilou, are you okay?
Oh, Dunyarzad. You all saw
Yeah.
Let's go somewhere the Academia can't find us. Or we could get people to block them off so they can't interrupt the performance.
Nilou, it's all right. Don't worry about it.
But you've been looking forward to the Dance of Sub-Zero so much. And I know how...
It's okay. Seeing you care this much about my feelings is more than enough. It would be too risky to continue the Sub-Zero's festival at this point. I don't want to get...
If you say so. But... you can sneak out for the next Sub-Zero's festival, right?
The next one. Yes. Okay. It's a promise. It will be a smashing success.
I can't believe this is how things turned out. Those heartless geezers.
It really is okay. Still.
A lot happened today. Nilou and Dunyarzad promised to make the next
All connections have been secured to construct the most stable framework. The project has entered its most critical phase.
We're gonna be late! It's all because you wouldn't get up. We should go meet Dunyarzad. Good morning, Dunyarzad. Sorry, we're...
Not at all.
you seem kinda tired.
I'm doing well. There's no need to worry. Shall we go? Let's start with the stalls over there.
Sure! Traveler? Ooh, they're selling food over that way! Let's go take a look!
This is a stall offering foods from the Haftmewa.
You are quite well.
They're all plant, actually. What is the...
It's one of the Sub-Zero's festival's traditions. People used to set their tables with 7 different foods to symbolize the 7 virtues of the Dendro Archon.
Appear to be in the form of the moon.
Really? Paimon thought it looked like some kind of...
The moon signifies... It's escaping me for now.
Is he really looking it up in a book?
Oh, right. It means, but if you trust your intuition and overcome your fears, the sun will surely rise.
Understood. I'll keep that in mind.
Oh, it's nothing. I'm just learning as I go.
Guess that was still pretty interesting. Okay, on to the... So, get to next?
All right, soldiers. Now that you have your Yalda candies...
Yes, Knight Ferris! What's going on?
Ferris, the night of...
Oh, do you want...
Let's... Ooh!
And there's also...
Traveler, help!
Great! These boxes of candy are... Ah, excellently chosen. Number 4 is indeed Sunsetia.
Ha-ha! Paimon, bet you had incredible luck! Huh? How's that possible? It's obviously random. Maybe we didn't sleep very well last night. Or maybe we slept too much.
Oh, sure.
Huh? Where are you going? A feeling of deja vu? Oh, Paimon knows what that is. It's when you feel like you've... In that case, Paimon also felt something like that today. So, why'd you run here in such a hurry? So that's it. You're intentionally doing things you usually wouldn't, and...
Welcome, you two. Are you here for lunch? What would you like to eat? Got it. You don't look like you're from these parts, but I gotta say...
Coconut charcoal cake? Isn't it that burned thing? Oh, Paimon understands what you're trying to do now. You'd never normally order... That thing? Isn't this going a bit too far? How was it? The look on your face is telling Paimon that it tasted... Then, you mean... That's impossible! We were just talking about how gross it... So, would this be a case of taste bud deja vu? Paimon also gets the impression that we've been here many... how about... Sitting by yourself on that bench over there. What a coincidence, Dunyarzad. We meet again.
Oh, I ran into some kidnappers just now, but thankfully Dia came...
Kidnappers?
I'm okay.
Whew. That's a big relief. But...
Not at all. I've always been like this. Besides, no matter how amazing today may be, it is but a single day. After however many more days, my time will come to an end.
Paimon doesn't quite follow you, and Paimon feels like something's really got you down right now.
It really is fine. I don't mind.
Huh?
Dunyarzad, have you ever felt deja vu? You know, like...
Deja vu? No. But my days have been the same for years now. Even if I were feeling deja...
Oh, Paimon sees.
It's almost time.
Huh? Time for what?
Nilou's Dance of Sub-Zerus is...
With your lack of intellectual credentials, I do not believe you are When we return, have the scribe draft an...
Understood. I will inform him...
The Sub-Zeru's festival.
Nilou?
Oh, Dunyarzad.
It's okay. There's nothing we can do.
But you've been really looking forward to this. I don't want you to have any...
It truly is unfortunate, but I don't want to cause trouble for anyone. Didn't the...
True, but...
The next festival... I probably...
Wait, what did you just say?
No, nothing. I'll be heading back to rest. Thank you for your help, everyone.
Paimon can't believe what those heartless geezers did! So, in the end, maybe it really was because of exhaustion. Same here. That's right. Then, how about we settle in and get a good night's sleep? For now, we can chalk things up to exhaustion. We can do more thinking tomorrow.
Observing a modest drop in the output of Jnana energy, but values still remain within normal.
Continue to monitor for variances in the data, and find the cause as soon as possible.
Why does Paimon feel so tired after so much sleep? Anyway...
Not at all.
Huh? Paimon thinks you sound kinda tired.
I'm doing well. There's no need to worry.
Great idea! Let's get going! Traveler?
It's all thanks to Miss Dunyarzad's sponsorship that the children can enjoy the subs. Oh, are you interested? It's not that simple. Each box contains a random And there's also lizard... No problem. These boxes of candy are numbered 1 to 5 from left to right. Which one do you want? Oh, I like your confidence. No hesitation at all. Oh, congratulations!
Paimon knew she always had incredible luck. What? She was...
That couldn't have been mind reading? X-ray vision? Or...
Tell us what's going on! Since when did you get superpowers? Traveler? Hey, where are you going? inside without... What are you looking for? What? Traveler? That's... Look! That's... Isn't that Dunyarzad? What's happening here? Why are there two Dunyarzads? You already know that this isn't your first Sub-Zero's festival, don't you? I'm sure you already know how to use this. A knowledge capsule? Where did you... You should use it too, Paimon. You know Paimon? Well, this seems... What the... This is our 20th time at the Sub-Zero's festival? Huh? No. The 30th? 40th? Just how many times have we been to the Sub-Zero's festival? Have we been trapped in a single day? If it weren't for you, we wouldn't have even realized. What the heck was inside that knowledge capsule? Your memories are still scrambled? Try your best to remember. This isn't the first time we've met, and let Paimon think. Oh, it's coming back. Meeting you was the real catalyst. What about everyone else? Why are you only helping the two of us? Your sense of deja vu is stronger than everyone else's, yes? As for an explanation, you two received the blessing of Dendro, and you also have special, sensitive constitutions. It was as if a single sheet of paper was separating those memories from your consciousness. A familiar question. I think this is the 7th time you asked that. As you can see, she isn't doing well. You probably sensed it too. That first Dunyarzad is in front of you right now, and she doesn't have a lot of time left. Looks like you're almost done sorting out your brain. Oh yeah, I'm Nahida. Good, you passed the test. What's happening? You can awaken our memories, and you seem like you know what's going on. Oh, wait. Everything in this world runs in a loop. This cycle is called the samsara. You, me, and everyone else are all stuck inside. As for the truth, that's on you to find out. If you were told the truth instead of discovering it yourselves, I can only give you surface level help, like bits of information and subtle hints. For the rest of the...
She looks like she isn't doing well at all. Her illness gets worse after...
If we can break out of the samsara, I might be able to save her. But as things are right now, she's just a small bird in the sky that's about to lose its last feathers. All I can do is raise a gale to delay her fall.
You sure love to use weird analogies.
Analogies are wonderful too. Okay, so, with what you know so far, what do you think the truth is?
Grand Sage said, go celebrate the birth of that god to your heart's content. Did he mean something? My mind feels exhausted, even though I haven't done... What's happening right now seems to have happened before. The moon, illusions, and lies. We've already experienced the Sub-Zeru's festival many times. And... I can't... That should be it. The flow of time... We've already experienced... That doesn't...
A time loop. You've given similarly wrong answers in the past. A pity.
Still the wrong answer? Paimon thought that made a lot of sense.
A simple time loop can't explain some of the phenomena. You two are still missing a lot of information. Unfortunately,
Dunyarzad!
The Sub-Zeru's festival is happening every day, but that doesn't mean we can waste an infinite
Let's think about our current situation. And to do that, Nahida rejected the idea. Paimon's memories say that we've already done this.
Hey, it's you. I see. Did you come back to buy something? I guarantee the Huh? What brought this? What kind of philosophical? Didn't you know that no one dreams in Sumeru? Go somewhere else if you want to find someone.
He actually has a point. Is this a dream? True. It's so weird. Anyway, if this all really were just a dream, we would have woken up a long time ago.
Oh, it's you two. Was my divination so accurate that you felt compelled? Ooh, I knew.
You're really... So...
Anyway, what kind of situation did you get into? Huh? Hold on a second. I thought you got what you just said. Are you serious?
I knew you weren't going to believe it.
Marvelous. truly marvelous. I believe you. Recall the interpretation of your divination.
When you say it like that, the divination does—
I believe that the Archon's revelations are never more than vague The book only says, if you trust your instincts and
So that's how it is. We haven't made any progress. Who else can we talk to? Paimon remembers that we tried talking to her a couple of times, but she always thinks we're playing pranks on her. You think she'll brush us off again? Yeah, if we tap into Dia's strong...
I'm fine, my lady.
Perfect timing. Both of you are here.
Paimon, Traveler, you came at just the right time. Listen, there was a dangerous Huh? You saw? Then why didn't you jump in earlier? If someone was protecting Miss Dunyarzad, I could have went all out.
You want the Traveler to take Dunyarzad somewhere to rest up while you check to see if there's still any kidnappers around.
How did you know what I was going to say?
We need to say something convincing.
People in Sumeru don't dream. My mind feels the moon, illusions, and lie. Dia sold her greatsword to raise additional funds. And then...
Tell her, Traveler!
I didn't tell anyone about that. Including Miss Dunyarzad. You couldn't have known. And just now, you literally took the words right out of my mouth.
Alright, so this is the situation.
It's kinda hard to believe what you just told me. First, let me make something clear. Most of us desert dwellers might not be the scholarly type, but...
She's quieter than usual. Uninterested in anything.
Yeah, she isn't the same as before, but... Her parents said that this is how she was like at first.
Huh? At first?
I don't quite understand what you're all talking about. I'll go rest on the bed.
My lady, are you angry? All right, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt since you knew about my great...
Nahida! We brought a friend! Are you busy?
I thought I told you that it won't help to bring anyone here.
We just wanted her to see the real Dunyarzad.
The real Dunyarzad? Where?
Huh?
I told you that you two are special. Other people can't see me or Miss Dunyarzad here.
Hold on. Over there. Is that?
Wow. How perceptive. Does she...
Miss Dunyarzad, she's lying down here, isn't she?
Her condition's really bad, and she's basically in a coma. How did you know?
I can sense her aura. Do
you believe us now? The Sub-Zero's festival has been repeated. So, you think the sages are behind this?
Yeah, they've always been against us. Wouldn't surprise me if they're using the Akasha to intentionally repeat the Sub-Zero's festival as a sick joke.
You have a point. Aside from the Dendro Archon, the Academia's sages are the only ones in Sumeru who could pull off some. Maybe there's more to the Akasha than we know. Right! Didn't you awaken our memories using something that looked like a knowledge capsule? That means you must know something about the
Akasha relies on the power of a gnosis to operate.
A gnosis could do that? No one...
So, this Nahida you mentioned. What did she...
She said, and Paimon quotes, "The Akasha relies on the power of a gnosis to operate, as it is the manifestation of the God of Wisdom's power. It compiles the wisdom of the entire populace and it grants knowledge to the people."
Compiles the wisdom of the entire populace and grants knowledge to the people. Wait. I get the grants knowledge part. That's what people have always used the Akasha for. But compiling the entire populace...
Did she mean that the sages enter new knowledge into the Akasha? Oh yeah, that sounds about right. What do you think?
Okay, Nahida said, the Akasha relies on the power of a gnosis. People...
You mean the Akasha is causing our mental fatigue? Huh. Now that I think about it, my head's been feeling unusually heavy. When the desert dwellers set off on their quest for knowledge, a sage once said, knowledge always comes at a price. Compiling the entire country's knowledge. You think the Akasha pulled a 180 and is extracting information from us? Who knows? The Akasha can put knowledge into our heads, so who's to say that it can't also poke around in there? We don't know any specific.
What's the point of doing something like...
Just think about it. If you could combine the knowledge of every single person in Sumeru, then you can basically turn Sumeru City into a single massive brain. This hive mind could make breakthroughs in problems that even the smartest geniuses can't crack.
An excellent deduction.
And in that case, we should take off our Akasha terminals right away. Maybe that'll solve this problem.
Yeah, I was only wearing this for...
How does everyone feel? Huh? What is it? Oh, that! Paimon knows what you're talking about. It's a single soft beep that sounds like
The sound of a beep. Could it be a prompt tone for when the Akasha is operating?
That's probably an important clue. We weren't using our terminals, but we heard a beep anyway. Traveler, did you hear that?
I heard it too. Our ears aren't messing with us. There was definitely a beep. But we took off our Akasha terminals.
Phase runtime has exceeded its expected length. At this rate...
But we cannot lose all of our...
Paimon remembers everything!
Good. You adapted quickly this time.
We definitely took off our Akasha terminals last night, but we still heard that beep. Why is that? Oh, Paimon doesn't get it. Why would the Akasha go this far if all it wants is everybody's wisdom?
It's extremely difficult for lab rats in an experiment to understand why they're being treated the way they are.
If we're lab rats, then what are you? Nahida, you've never told us anything about... The moon? Wasn't that the result?
Anyway, knowing who I am won't help you get closer to the truth, so you should focus on other...
Okay then. Dia helped us a lot yesterday, so let's go find...
Ah, there you are. I've already taken care of those kidnappers. My lady, did you get hurt?
Huh? Dia?
What's wrong? Why are you both gawking at me like that?
You didn't get hurt this time!
Huh? What do you mean this time? Why are you so surprised that I managed to get out unscathed? Those kids were amateurs. Shh! How did you know about my greatsword? I haven't told anyone about it.
So Dia's lost her memories after all.
Anything strange? You already know that I got a new greatsword. It's as if I've already used it to fight a countless number of battles.
You're saying that although you don't remember using it, your body feels like it does?
That's right. Both mercenaries and warriors heavily rely on muscle memory. Only knowing...
Traveler, what do you think? Yeah! Hyman's feeling really hopeful. Oh, you're right! Earlier in the Samsara, something like this would have never happened!
I have no clue what you two are talking about, but...
So you want us to take Dinyarzad somewhere else to rest while you check if there are still more kidnappers around, right?
How did you know what I was gonna say? Can you...
Forget it. Whew, it's finally nighttime. Listen, Nahida, we found out that Dia got out just fine today, even though she got... Do you think the Samsara has been broken? Have we saved...
Really? Good job on all that progress.
Hey, what kind of an...
Tomorrow will come. Everyone assumes this is common knowledge, but the only way you can know that for sure is if you experience tomorrow. How many todays has it been? Is it possible that today will be followed by yesterday? Does tomorrow truly it's even possible that this entire world is a lie, and the history of the whole world has just been one endless Sub-Zero's festival.
Okay, no more!
That's why it makes no sense to waste your... Get some good rest. You know, use the bathroom and flush...
Huh? Hold on!
Huh? People always say they feel a sense of relief after they take a duk-duk. That's why I suggested you...
It's so strange and so against common sense that... Paimon's at a loss for words! You were sounding kind of smart just a minute ago. Yeah. Even though it's happy and lively at the Sub-Zero's festival...
Continue the harvest. Compared to what we stand to achieve, these sacrifices...
We're still in the same day! Nahida, you already knew last night that we didn't break out of the Samsara?
Would there have been a point? You would have spent the night with new worries, with tomorrow still up. In that case, you might as well rest within that brief moment of hope. An opportunity like that doesn't come by often. And
Paimon's at the Duke did that! Whatever. Guess you were...
Of course. In the time we've been together, you two have been everything to me.
Paimon's flattered and
What I mean is, in other words, if you weren't here, I may as well not exist.
Nahida's talking about confusing stuff again.
Anyway, that's enough chit-chat. So, Traveler, did the new clues yesterday help you gain a new understanding?
Huh? Why are you scrapping your previous theory? Oh, yeah! You're right! Gosh, how did we not notice that? In a sense...
So, what's your new hype?
Mercenaries rely heavily on muscle memory. illusions. We've already experienced the Sub-Zero's festival many times. Okay. If all our
Oh! Then the beep we hear every night could just be indicating the delete. That's why when we wake up, everyone thinks the Sub-Zero's festival hasn't happened yet. It's already the next day, but everyone still thinks it's the But muscle memory can't be erased. That's why Dia...
A brilliant deduction.
Nahida, tell us if we're...
To put it simply, it's as if you've mistaken a pyro crystal fly for a firefly in the night.
That isn't simple at all!
Why don't you go talk to Miss Dia again?
Right! She did help us find her leak.
There you are. Really took me a while to find you.
As expected, Dia also didn't get hurt.
Get hurt? Why would I?
Well, you're still getting used to your new grade, so...
Huh. Truth be told, I also think it's pretty strange. It just suddenly felt so...
Traveler, could you explain the situation to her today? Haimon's gotten a little sick of... Oh, that works!
What happened to you guys while I was gone? Did you get brainwashed by some...
Don't think too hard about it. Just take what we're saying.
All right then, let me get this straight. You're telling me that my body's already gotten used to this great sword, but...
Yes! Your memory's being erased every day!
And I'd have to disagree. That's impossible.
Oh? Why do you think that?
If we've actually been reliving the Sub-Zero's festival day after day, then what happened to the things we used? The money we... Common sense says my wallet should have emptied itself a long time ago. There's no way...
Right! They could use the Akasha to record what everyone did that day, and then use the city's resources. It's not very likely, but it's also not...
No, it is impossible. I've got proof.
You have proof?
You two are surprisingly serious about this nonsensical discussion. Fine, I'll play along for a come with me. Miss Dunyarzad, please come along as well. I still can't guarantee that this area...
Paimon can't believe it's...
This is it.
Huh? This is a wooden trade...
See those marks on the dummy? Those are the result of several... Let's say the sages didn't replace it every day. Shouldn't it be...
That's true, but what if they...
Then the sages would have had to reproduce every mark I left during previous training sessions. I'm a professional fighter. My martial school has always emphasized the force, angle, and entry point of each strike is... It's just as they say. Each swordsman has their own unique style. And even the same swordsman can't...
Is it really impossible?
People often say that a camera's photo can never replace an artist's painting because the former has no spirit to it. The same thing applies here. At a mere glance, I can differentiate carved marks from the results of Phew! Hope that cleared things up for you. Hey, is this that new brain exercise game that's been super popular with the scholars? Anyway, it's getting late. I should escort Miss Dunyarzad to Nilu's stage. See you later.
to square one. Is our memory the... But at least we've reached some other conclusions in the meantime. Yep, that's true. So strange? Paimon feels like everything's been strange lately. Huh? Leaving the city? You're right! It's really strange how we never thought Paimon can't believe it! Did we miss this because we're tunnel visioning? How about we go back and ask Nahida? Maybe we forgot. Early today? Sort of. We're mostly leaving the city. We did? But let me think. I don't think you ever actually told me what the outcome was. But you two sometimes stay out the entire night. It is true that sometimes we... Really? That's kinda strange. Yep. Something here is definitely fishy. Let's get to the... Aside from your listen to it and you'll
Can't go back! There are countless spaces here. Our Sub-Zero's festival in Sumeru City is just one of them.
Traveler, you should be missing 2 days worth of memory. It's time to carry out our plan from yesterday! Okay.
Why can't we leave the city?
Don't ask me. It's not like I can tell you anything. This is a direct order from the Grand Sage.
I have a real emergency.
That's your problem.
But it's not like you can just predict business matters in advance.
It looks like the Academia already announced a lockdown for Sumeru. Let's go and question them. Hello, sir. Why can't we leave?
Here we go again. We just received an order that no one is allowed to enter or exit Sumeru today. They didn't tell us. Angering me won't get you anywhere. If I had that kind of insider info, I would have left this stupid post long.
It looks like he really doesn't know. If we can't get anything out of him, look, this is a good spot. And the guard has... Huh? Why? Are you going to leave Paimon behind? What if things get really weird out? Oh, Paimon, no... Okay. Promise Paimon that you'll come back and please. Memories! Traveler! Paimon would never see you again! Paimon waited for you for hours and hours at the city wall and you never came back! You promised Paimon that you were only taking a quick walk! Paimon, calm down. She's here now. I don't think she understood... Paimon doesn't care! Paimon wanted to go look for you, but you also said that Paimon should stay! Paimon was so worried and so scared the entire day! Okay. Paimon, can you tell us your I see. Using two people's different perspectives. After that, you left the city. Paimon kept her eyes on you the whole time, but then you disappeared in an instant. No way! Paimon! What's your perspective, Traveler? You sure you don't have any... I guess that explains everything. You also lost your memories the last 2 times.
So, if we leave the city, our memories will be completely erased? It really sounds like this way. We'll also never discover what's outside. Something like a message? But
Don't look at me like that. I'm not used to being stared at. Well... Okay. You want something that can pass on message?
Yep! Nope!
I'm done. Here you go.
What? Isn't this just an Akasha tournament?
You made some little changes. Akasha...
To make something like this? Nahida, you really...
Yep. I'll help you save the messages. It should be pretty easy to use.
We'll never know until we try. Let's go then. Let's expose those sages. All right. Okay. See you... That covers everything that's happened so far.
Yes. Although the signal was choppy and had some interference, we still managed to receive 2 messages for...
Okay, now that you understand what's going on, let's...
Can't go back. There are countless spaces here. Our Sub-Zero's festival in Sumeru City is just... I've entered another space. Before me are flowing sandstone and howling fish. Impossible and surreal sights. All these spaces are empty. Except for the occasional ones that contain mute puppets rather than people. I can't sense any human...
That's one heck of an info dump. It sounds like you left the Sumeru City space when you set foot outside of the walls. But everything looked completely normal when Paimon was looking out from the inside.
There's another part here. I only received it last night.
These spaces have been disappearing, one after the other, absorbed by something like a sun in the sky. And now, even the final space has... Behind me, a lot of spaces just appeared again from thin air. I get it now. Those spaces are actually...
Why did the message end right there?
Probably because yesterday just happened to end at that moment.
Oh, right. Paimon did hear a beep from the Akasha. Did it come...
The message. It should have come from the Travelers.
After the beep, Traveler said, even the final spaces...
Traveler. What do you think that final space could have been?
Was that space actually the real world? But wouldn't a real space just randomly disappear? That doesn't... Was that space... All the bizarre spaces I saw outside the city had one thing in common. My impression...
Oh, so that's what it is! After the sound of the beep, the final space, the Sub-Zero's festival, also disappeared. Later on, Traveler also mentioned a bunch of new spaces materializing behind them. Paimon's head is spinning.
Well, consider this. For all the horrors of the Archon War, at its heart, it was just a game where a bunch of so no matter how strange or spooky things may look on the surface, maybe all they point to in the end is a small and simple secret.
Wow, the Archon War, huh? That's an analogy and a half.
Do you want some alone time to think? Alright then.
The dance of Sub-Zeros is about to begin. I'm going to go watch it.
Okay.
Okay then. See you later.
Have you figured it out yet, Traveler? Awesome! What is it? Paimon wants to know. Oh, wait, no. Let's meet up with Nahida first. You're back! I've been waiting forever. Are you ready to take your Sub-Zero's exam and graduate from the festival? Okay.
Okay. Nahida said, the Akasha relied... People in... We've already experienced all the bizarre spaces I saw outside the city had one. The moon illusions. Those spaces remind me of... We are all people in
People in Sumeru think they don't dream, but the truth is the Akasha steals their dreams without them and those spaces with no human presence are stolen dreams without their host. So people in Sumeru do dream after all. In fact, we're all a correct answer. Now, how did you conclude that the Akasha is capable of this? It compiles the list, and it grants knowledge. The Akasha. It is the. Oh, okay. Those. But is stealing everyone's dreams really how the Akasha compiles their wisdom? Isn't there anything? Dreams are fantastical, complex, and full of imagination. People's brains are the most active. In other words, dreams are rich bundles of human wisdom. So, in other words, the complete... Paimon remembers her saying that the sages think dreams are foolish delusions, and the fact that no one dreams is a blessing from Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. The real story is that the sages from the Academia are using the Akasha to steal people's dreams from... Oh? By the sounds of it, you understand the current situation pretty well. So then, what about the Samsara?
Grand Sage said, go celebrate the birth... Those dreamscapes kept vanishing.
Correct. The Akasha is keeping each person's brain in a constant dream state,
but also separating their consciousness from their own. Their disembodied consciousness is placed inside the collective. No one is any the wiser as another day passes in the dream. And so people wake up to yet another dream about the Sub-Zero's festival. The dreams that...
So, this is like a dream factory, and the Akasha is...
Very good, Paimon. Using analogies well is an excellent habit to get into.
Okay, so that beep we keep hearing is actually from our real-life Akasha terminals. Taking off our...
Alright, last question.
Now that I think about it, what? They say that alchemical divination is the Dendro Archon's divine revelation. They say that alchemical divination is the Dendro Archon's...
So you noticed. I thought that one would be the hardest question. That's why I put it last.
That wasn't hard at all. Even Paimon guessed that. Everything about you is different. We just didn't want to expose you is all. Now that you mention it, Nahida, you've been hinting to us since the very beginning. It's funny, thinking back to when we were asking all over the place for info about Lesser Lord Kusanali. Paimon didn't expect to meet you like this.
Yes, those can wait until we're back in real life. On the other hand, I'd be happy to answer any more questions you have. You asked me this question before. My answer was, now that you know this is all a dream. Have you heard the saying, don't wake a sleepwalker? Likewise, if someone suddenly had told you all this, instead of your notion of reality and dream would be thrown into irreversible confusion. That's why I could only give you very subtle hints and... I know, right? Why did they have to base this dream on my birthday?
Even you don't know the reason?
The Academia sages are determined to harvest lots of dreams in a short time, no matter the cost. They have to be up to no good. And for Traveler, do you have any information?
Those faces remind me of... dreams. Grand Sage said, go celebrate the birth...
Celebrate the birth of that god? Could it mean...
Can humans...
You might say you're... especially those whose help...
People's lives are at...
Firstly. Secondly, that's because people don't remember, so whenever they...
That reminds Paimon. Traveler had a dream...
Yes. Only after receiving the blessing of Dendro can a person gain the Dendro element. Meanwhile, everyone... Deceiving the people after we end the Sub-Zero's festival
How can the sages of the Academia do this behind their Archon's back?
In the end, I'm just the moon. The real...
A sun and a moon? Oh, we're out of time today!
I'll tell you how to break free of the samsara tomorrow.
Nahida? Wait. Now that Paimon remembers everything... Hey! What's wrong, Nahida?
I'm afraid that what you're thinking right now is correct.
Did Dunyarzad already disappear?
The real Dunyarzad's consciousness has indeed disappeared. It can no longer endure the constant dream harvesting.
Paimon can't believe it! Wait, so what about that other Dunyarzad?
She's actually something like a puppet, but not completely. The real Dunyarzad's consciousness could no longer keep playing her role in this dream, so another Dunyarzad appeared to replace her in the dream. Just like the grass and the tree.
But personality-wise, she's not...
Puppets are stiff.
and can't copy a living person's vitality. You know, speaking of which,
Mirzad truly believed that she met you within her consciousness.
Yes. Back then, her family was overly protective of her. I just gave her a little wisdom so she could look at life in a new way. So that she could be her own person. But even so, she's still... far from it. I'm still a long way off from being a... I couldn't even save her. If I were a competent Archon, I wouldn't have let my most faithful follower die at the subsidiary.
Please don't beat yourself up over it, Nahida. It's the sage's fault, and they're...
I'm not beating myself up.
Don't be like that, Nahida.
To prevent more tragedies like this, we must end the samsara as soon as possible.
Great, but how do we do that?
Although the Sub-Zero's, that means this dream belongs to a host who created.
Huh?
So, well, if this, which means...
Imagination?
Imagination means breaking through what you perceive, like when a server... However, the dream will respond in but right now, our host is unaware that this is a dream. No matter how many times, find some way to make that...
How are we going to find them, though? If it could be anyone, and even if we did find them, after all, like you said, don't we could...
It's extremely difficult, yes. But the only ones who can do it are you. As for me, during this time,
Out of town? Are you going to that place full of dreams where the travel...
Yes. I want to try something. Hurry and go. Dreams are supposed to be fantastical, romantic, and full of pleasant surprises.
Paimon's still a little upset. She was such a good person, with such a simple wish. But yeah, saving but we mustn't lose hope, Traveler. Dunyarzad would Paimon's wondering, do you think the sages would get one of their own to be the host of this stream? Feels like it would be... Huh. So, who do you think the host of the dream is? Oh, that would make sense! Ferris, the Knight of Flowers, is a symbol of the whole... Let's go ask him...
You're back. You left in a hurry last time.
Everything's fine.
An experiment? That came out of nowhere.
Could you... make a wish?
You want me to make a wish? Is that a new Sub-Zero's...
Less questions! More wishing!
Okay. My wish. Okay. I'm a little nervous saying this out loud, but...
Oh...
I noticed earlier that she looked a bit down, and she just doesn't seem like herself. She's always so... I've also wondered if the reason she asked me to be Fairest Knight of Flowers is because I...
So, you have a crush on Dunyarzad?
Oh, is it that obvious? When she placed the hat of the Knight of Flowers onto my head, she said to me, I want everyone to have a happy Sub-Zero. What she didn't realize was that I'm not that interested in how everyone else feels. In that moment, I just wanted... Okay, yeah, that was a bit much. Felt like the right moment to get it off my chest, but... that was... Okay, I'm ready to make my wish. I would like Miss Dunyarzad to appear in front of me right now with a smile on her face. Here goes.
Please come true.
I'm gonna open my eyes. Oh... Oh! You're...
What?
Faki? Sorry, but only one portion of Yelda candies per Nice try, you two. Anyway, never mind. I don't need to see her appear right in front of me.
Guess he isn't the host of this dream after all. Should have expected it wouldn't be this easy. It seems like everyone who knows Dunyarzad loves her, but...
My lady, step back.
That sounds like Dia! Oh, right. This... Huh? But Dia can handle them! Hey, Traveler!
Oh, it's you. Great timing. Please take... Hey, this is my job. The homie Yannis pay me, not you. You... Fine, alright. Knock yourself out. Why are you so worked up anyway? It's not like I don't trust you. Anyway, watch yourself.
So you got yourself...
Solidify! This is order.
Born of ice and frost.
You want this one? Need more. I'll be back. I'll be back.
Traveler, were you just taking your anger out on those guys? You and Nahida both. Oh, and speaking of her, Paimon just remembered something. Remember how during the first Sub-Zero's festival, before the Samsara started, we came here with Dunyarzad. She said it was because she had forgotten something. Okay, so Paimon's memory is working so far. Anyway, Paimon also remembers that she is staying somewhere around here. She pointed it out to us the night before the Sub-Zero's festival. Yeah. This is the place. It's Hey, the windows are unlocked. Okay. Paimon's gonna take a peek at... This was only a temporary residence, so there was pretty much nothing inside. Should we open it? Wow. Dunyarzad wrote all of this. Sounds like even though she was also busy preparing for the Sub-Zeros, she must have wanted to give this to us as a gift on the day of the Sub-Zeros. If we hadn't found this book, we never would have known. But now that we know, we can't even thank her. Hey! Where are you off to now? It's Dunyarzad's puppet. Traveler? must be exhausted. Come to think of it, we've been stuck in this place for a really, really long time. Heck, even the last time we were chatting happily with Denyerzad feels like an eternity ago. Paimon still remembers when we were sitting here, and the way her eyes sparkled when she talked about Nilou's dance of Sub-Zerus.
There will always be frustrations in life, but I know that the point of living is not to leave behind.
That was what the real Denyerzad said, wasn't it? Does that mean...
Yes, Traveler.
Oh, so she's still just a puppet. But just now, how come... What? Where are we going this time?
We're way behind schedule.
If you continue to resist, we will have to order an The Grand Sage has already granted you much leniency. I advise that...
Oh. Traveler? You don't have to get involved. He's a sage from the...
Traveler?
Traveler? What the heck are you doing? If you get arrested by the Academia, that's another... Wait, they're not reacting. Have they been scared stiff? Oh, of course! If this is the sage's plan, they wouldn't put themselves through this. So they're just...
What is this? What happened to the Grand Sage and his entourage? Like I said, they symbolize the goddess of flowers.
Yes. The Greater Lord brought forth new Padisaras in memory of the goddess of love.
That beautiful shade of purple. Aren't these flowers real Padisaras? Just like the ones from the legend? I didn't even notice.
Denyerzad, but didn't you just say all the real flowers went extinct after the...
Yeah. What's going on here? Huh? You guys are acting weird. Hey!
They disappeared! So Nilou's the host! What a surprise! Purple Padisaras don't exist in the real world anymore! But in Nilou's subconscious, they can appear as decorations on the stage! It's just like the example Nahida told us. People assumed there will be food on a plate, and Nilou assumed there would be real Padisaras. So when you saw the flowers, you instantly knew it was Nilou? But if we want to end the samsara, we need the host to become aware that they're dreaming. How should we make Nilou realize that?
Am I dreaming?
Huh?
So I'm right. Is this Lesser Lord Kusanali responding to our celebration of the...
Wrong guess, but you aren't completely wrong either. The point is, what made you think this is a dream? As far as you know, people in Sumeru don't dream, right?
Yeah, but have you heard the tale of the first sage? To prevent a calamity, he went on a journey to find the Dendro Archon.
Ooh, sounds familiar. Dinyarzad told us a story like that when we first arrived in Sumeru City. So, it was about the first sage, huh?
Yep, but in the part you heard, he hadn't become the first sage yet. There's more to the story. His piety and wisdom were acknowledged by the Dendro Archon, and she finally gave her all kinds of spectacular scenes appeared in front of the first sage, as if all the knowledge in the world was being painted onto a canvas right before him. He was captivated. After who knows how long, he mastered all the knowledge he could comprehend. Afterward, he said to the Dendro Archon, "I miss my parents, my wife, and my children. I've been away from home for far too long. They must be worried." The Dendro Archon smiled. The next second, the sage found himself lying in his bed, as if he had just woken up from a dream. His wife, lying next to him, said, "You're off to search for the Dendro Archon today, aren't you? Have a safe journey, my love." In the end, the first sage took care of many disasters in Sumeru City and founded the Academia. What a happy end.
So, the first sage was dreaming ever since the beginning of the story? He never went on—
Yes. But his faith and determination were conveyed to the Dendro Archon, so she blessed him in the form of a dream.
Paimon understands where you're coming from now. That's a really interesting connection. But
I see. Well, it just so happens that today's Sub-Zero's festival is almost over too. Since we're in a dream, let's make this final dance of Sub-Zero's as beautiful as we can. The wait is over, everyone. I dedicate this to our god, the Dance of Sub-Zeros.
I'd be lying if I said I had no regrets. I would have loved to see Nilou's dance.
Traveler. Oh, Paimon feels like she's been asleep for the long Paimon's head. Paimon thinks it was after the Sub-Zero's festival. Have we finally escaped from the Sub-Zero Samsara? Quick! Take off your Akasha terminal! She's not in her room. What happened? Huh? What usual spot?
We're way behind schedule.
Well done, Traveler, and thank you, Dunyarzad, for organizing the Sub-Zero's.
I'm sorry, who are...
Dunyarzad! You're okay!
Oh, Traveler Paimon. I have something... I just had a dream. And I saw Nilou performing the dance of Sub-Zero.
You're actually Nahida, aren't you? Paimon felt like Catherine was acting weird when we met at the Sub-Zero's festival. And Dunyarzad, did you save her?
It's a really long story. We shouldn't disturb her. Her consciousness is still weakened. Let's chat somewhere else. How about by the Traveler's favorite bench?
What's going on? Why are you two so excited to see me?
It's actually been much...
Oh? Strange. Was I really asleep?
Let's talk about Dunyarzad first. It's such a relief that she's all right.
After we parted on the last day of the Sub-Zero's festival, I left the city. Among the countless dreams, I found one that was growing fainter and fainter. Once Dunyarzad could no longer bear the Akasha harvesting her dreams, her consciousness began to dissipate. Such a small fragment of consciousness where both will gradually fade until they... I used all the power I had to keep her dying dream alive as long as possible.
So it looks like we did manage to save Dunyarzad in the end. Not a
Huh? Why are you two smiling so happily? I thought you'd be so moved that you'd start crying.
Both are fine. Everyone reacts differently.
Alright. You two must have a lot of other questions for me, right? After all, at the Avidia Fort, you also heard someone's voice, right? It said world and forget me.
Yeah, so you do know. We've been wanting to ask you what that was about, and if the red sky was related to Conria.
It seems like the Traveler established a connection to Irminsul. That was a message left by Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's residual consciousness in Irminsul. As you two probably know, Greater Lord Rukkhadevata disappeared after the disaster in Conria. The timings of these events do line up, so your suspicions are reasonable.
A message from Greater Lord Rukkhadevata?
With the Scarlet King? That god who died even longer ago? Some present day...
Okay, so...
I still haven't managed to... Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's residual consciousness in Irminsul seems to be contaminated with something that has a very dangerous aura to it. Many devoted scholars go mad as soon as they connect their consciousness. I've warned the Academia about this many times, but people still keep falling victim to it. But I believe this is the key to saving Irminsul. That's why...
So the tree in the vision was Irminsul? Oh, Tighnari also said that Irminsul is sick! But even if you can't figure out what that vision was all about, it seems like our search for you was all in vain.
The Traveler wasn't affected after coming in contact with that consciousness. I've never seen anyone like that. With you here, we may have a chance at deciphering it.
No, we must decipher its secrets. I've already eliminated all other factors that might affect Irminsul. This puzzle has life and death at stake. It could determine To be accurate, I'm using the Akasha as a medium. How did you do that? Poor Catherine. Theoretically, I can enter anyone's mind as long as they're wearing their... The Akasha is the legacy of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. As Lesser Lord Kusanao, I've always respected my people's free will, so I've never actually...
Hold on. Did we just learn some deep, dark secret? So Catherine is... No. Wonder Paimon felt something was off about her. What about your own body? Why do you need to borrow other people's? Don't you
That story begins a long time ago. After Greater Lord Rukkhadevata disappeared, the sages found my newly born self and took me back to Sumeru. At that time, I was young and weak. The sages kept me in the sanctuary of Suristhana, ostensibly for the sake of protecting. However, I do understand that they had hoped to find Greater Lord Rukkhadevata.
So, the sages basically put their new Archon under house arrest? How dare they! Why don't you teach them a lesson, Nahid?
In some ways, they aren't wrong. Greater Lord Rukkhadevata was omniscient, and I'm still really far away from being able to...
Yeah, you got a lot of believers. Just...
Thank you for the kind words. But I honestly don't need physical. Trying to find a way to save Irminsul is my life's mission and top priority. I will work on that, and try every once in a while. I will also take up the duties of the god of... There's never been any big problems with the Academia's government. I wonder what caused them to go... Even though the... I try to do... I think they're
Oh, that reminds Paimon. In Gandharvaville?
Regardless, I need to first investigate the sage's motives, make things right, and punish them if... You mean how the Akasha stopped?
Yeah, it's been such a long time.
It's not that no one noticed.
Misdirect?
The sages convinced everyone to believe that being unable to dream is a sign of rationality, even if the truth is that they're with their propaganda in place. Besides, Greater Lord Rook... Anyway, the by now, even those who got it. I hope my answers were... To be honest, maintaining Dunyarzad's fading... Oh, and you don't need to worry too much about the sages' activities for now. The Akasha won't be able to conduct another project.
Go and get some sleep. Leave...
What a relief.
Traveler? Paimon? What?
Maybe you were sleepwalking. You know you can't wake up a sleepwalker.
I see. Huh. I should visit my maintenance personnel sometime.